It's weird listening to yourself talk with these in.
I know.
That I don't like.
I know.
Anyway,
it's a voice in your head, literally.
Yeah, which I don't need more of that. No.
Hello, I'm your host, Laura Brown, Editor-in-Chief of InStyle Magazine. And this is 10 Firsts, where we ask our celebrity guests about their firsts in life, love, career, and everything in between. Michelle Pfeiffer is my guest today, and I'm stoked, as we say in my land. She's in her bunker in an undisclosed location. Michelle was one of the first people I asked to do this podcast. We met a couple of years ago. You were then just preparing to launch your fragrance line, your clean fragrance line, and you were having to do the tour of all the editors and magazines and go around and yak it up. I did, frankly, just spend an hour kind of staring at you. I just was like, oh, that's the first time you've really been around and had to talk up a business.
I didn't know what to expect. I said, well, what do you mean? I go around and I bring the product like the Avon lady? I'm like, what do you, I didn't understand it at all. They were just, crude little sample bottles. I was also just still beginning to learn about fragrance and beginning to learn to talk about it. I was just so afraid to get any of it wrong. And you were one of my very first.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But you made it so easy. But there were a lot of people in the room.
Well, guess what? Michelle Pfeiffer was coming to the office. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but people like you and would like to meet you. So it was everyone like clambering over each other.
Well, I always find that. The thing that I remember most vividly is you, it's the first time I'd met you, kind of sitting cross-legged and kind of bouncing on the couch. And I thought, wow, what an exuberant person she is.
How do they allow a 6-year-old to run a magazine? So that was a couple of years ago. I'm happy to say we have become fast friends. You're often one who I'll just send a text off with a feeling I'm having, and you're a great ear amongst everything else. So I'd like you to answer these questions as to first things in your life. So, first drink you order.
Water?
Oh,
no, you mean like alcohol.
I always mean alcohol.
Don Julio on the rocks with a splash of bubbly water and lime.
First person you call.
My husband.
David.
David, that guy, he's a writer.
David E. Kelly, he's the guy, he makes things for the telly. And at the moment, The Undoing is what he wrote. I really love his sort of glossy drama. And that with The Undoing right now, I'm just like, feed me.
People are really mad because they can't binge it. And it's so bingeable.
I feel like I'm glad I've been restrained for once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, this is like the olden days when you have to wait a week to see what happened. First joke you remember. If somebody said, tell me a joke.
I don't remember jokes ever. I can't even think of a joke right now.
Yeah, I have one, but I offended Irish people once. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, you strike me as somebody who remembers jokes.
I really don't, but I remember one I've been saying since I was 5. There once was an Irish dog gnawing at a bone, and when it stood up, it only had 3 legs.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be an Irish dog.
No, it could be anyone you want to offend.
Yes, exactly.
First fashion item you splurged on.
When I was young, I wanted, I guess they were kind of called go-go boots. And they were the first boots that kind of came to the ankle, and they had a little heel, and they were white, and they were like the ones Nancy Sinatra wore. And
just the same?
But the Kmart version. So
where did you wear them out to? And did you go out at night, or did you like prance about?
It's probably like 8.
Sure. Did you go to the bars? What do you say?
Yeah.
What was the first thing you bought when you sort of made it that you treated yourself to?
I bought a new car, and within a week it was stolen, and it was a Mustang, and it had a pop top, but it leaked. So I was actually kind of happy that it got stolen.
I've made it. I'm a movie star. I drive a Mustang and it leaks on my head. First time you owned your shit.
I was trying to go to this store and pick something up quickly, And it was just one of those days. I was just trying to do a million things.
Breaking news.
And the parking guy would not let me, I don't know, he's having an issue with me parking there. I was not gracious.
Go on.
I got snotty with him, and I did it in front of kids. They were young enough to just be super exhausting, but old enough to realize what I had done, and I had bad behavior, and I could see the looks on, and I'm like, this is bad. This is not good role modeling for me right now, and this is a learning moment for all of us. So I went back and I apologized to him. Now the question is, would I have done that if my children hadn't witnessed my bad behavior?
No, maybe you just would have pranced off in your leaky Mustang. Not that you had it then, but I'm just going to say leaky Mustang forever.
Okay.
So, okay, your first date.
I feel like it was somebody my dad set me up with. It's never a good idea.
If you have a crown,
and
it's okay.
My dad really liked this guy. It just was so awkward because he was a perfectly nice guy, but
that's not really the vibes, is it? My dad sent me. Oh God.
Yeah.
Bless. Okay. First thing you watch when you turn on the TV, if you were to be really honest, even if it's a guilty pleasure. The news.
The news. MSNBC, CNN.
And they're quite useful when there's, elections and things, hypothetically.
Yeah, but then at a certain point, you got to turn it off.
First thing you do/eat when you're stressed.
I like crunchy, salty, like potato chips. I like chips and salsa, Mexican food.
You're a Cali girl, baby.
I would eat it all day long, every day.
Well, you make an excellent guacamole. You're one of those savvy ones who keeps the seed in to keep the guac green.
Right.
I always forget about that. So well done. First thing you'll do when this goddamn pandemic is over.
Have a party. And I don't have parties, but I'm having a party. We're all going to have. Do you know how many parties there are going to be in the world when this is over? The catering business is going to boom. I suggest we all invest in the catering business.
In finger foods. It's going to be just orgiastic. Potentially not literally, but if you're into that.
There will be a lot of guacamole flowing. We could invest in avocados.
Could you get a guacamole tower, like a champagne one, and it just oozes guacamole?
We do an avocado chandelier.
I mean, we've got ideas, guys. Pfeiffer and Brown Catering, we're opening for submissions. If anybody wants to back it, I can grate cheese. Anyway, lady, Michelle Pfeiffer, first lady in so much you do, and I don't mean presidentially, even though I'm sure you'd be great at that too. As someone who's gotten to know you as a real lady person, I am even more of an admirer than I was when I didn't. So keep up the great work, kid.
Okay. Thanks.
You're going to go places. Thank you so much for watching 10 Firsts. I hope you liked it. If you did, click the subscribe button, this is me clicking, below, or like, or anything to validate me personally. And stick around for next week when we'll get more juicy